back to A Pastured Forest Homestead. I'm Hannah, and today I'm going to show you how we built our disbudding box for the baby goats. We choose to disbud on our homestead for multiple reasons. The safety of our own goats, the safety of ourselves, especially the kids. Goats can get stuck, get their head through the fence and get stuck and get injured or die. So we've decided to disbud. And this was the first year that I decided to do it myself, so I needed a box to hold them. Today I'm going to show you how we built it. So the supplies for this are pretty easy, and depending on what you have laying around your homestead, it can be pretty inexpensive. So I'm just going to be using some plywood that I have laying around. This is probably 3/8 plywood. You could probably get away with a 1/4 inch plywood or 1/2 inch, whatever you have. I'm using 1x6 boards, again, something I've had laying around. You need 2 boards that are at least 16 inches long, and the other one needs to be 2 feet. I grabbed a couple hinges, a safety hasp, and a handle. I ordered this collar from Caprine Supply, and that's going to help when the kid has his head sticking out, just to keep it in place, easier for you to grab on. And that's it for supplies. It's pretty easy. Hopefully it won't take me too long to put together. So this board is going to be for the bottom of the box, and I need to cut it 24 inches long. Again, this is a 1x6, so it's 5.5 inches wide, and it's going to be 24 inches long. Now, because this is a scrap piece of wood, it's got some screw holes already in it, so I'm going to cut the ends just to make it cleaned up and finished. I have enough that I can do that. I have this scrap piece of plywood, and I don't have a table saw, so I'm just going to be using my circular saw. I've clamped on a level, and I've moved it just enough so that the edge of this saw is going to run along it as I'm cutting. And if I do it right, I should have 16.25 inches for the side of the box, and I need to do that 2 times for both sides. So yesterday, as I was working, my saw decided to stop working properly. So my dad came to the rescue and let me borrow his saw. So here we are today, and hopefully I can get these pieces of plywood cut. And she's back there helping and working on her project. Okay, we have all our pieces cut. We have the side pieces. These are the ends. This is the side pieces, the bottom. This little shelf is gonna go on the inside of the box. And we have our hardware, our handle, our hinges, our hasp, and the neck collar. So now we need to trace where we're gonna cut for this collar part and cut that out. If you hear some banging in the background, my dad is here working on a project with one of the kids. Now, a jigsaw would be best for this, but I don't have a jigsaw at the moment. We're just going to make do and work with what we have. I'm going to smooth this part out. So I went went to assemble this thing and come to find out my scrap board that I was using was actually a 1/4 inch smaller than what I needed. There were two of the side boards were fine, but then the bottom board was that 1/4 inch smaller, so it wasn't gonna work. So I recut everything using a 1x6. And now we're gonna assemble it. So we have our bottom board, our side pieces, our end pieces, and then this will go on the inside. Instead of putting the handle on the top, I'm going to put the handle here. That way I'm not sitting on it when I'm doing the disbudding. I'm going to quickly pre-drill some holes. That way I can easily assemble things. So we need to add this piece on the inside here. Last thing we need to do is add the lid on top. We're just going to add our hinges to the back of our box and the lid. Now that we have our lid on with our hinges, last thing to do is add our hasps, and that way we can keep it closed.
If you decide to use the 1x6 on top like I did, there's going to be a gap on the sides because it's not going to cover all the way. It's not going to be flush. You could use a 1x8 and then cut it to size, but I didn't feel like doing that or spending the little extra money. So it works. I've tried it. I sat on it. It was fine because it catches that front end board. It's probably not the prettiest, but it works.
If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more homesteading and DIY farm projects. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Happy homesteading!